All right, Bitcoin holders, welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well and hanging in there right now for Bitcoin. I know times like this, okay, is hard, okay, and I must say, guys, yes, it is pretty exhausting. I would have thought Bitcoin by now would have been beyond 130 to even 140. I would have thought altcoins by now would have been pumping like crazy, right? For example, Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum reaching at least over $5,000, but clearly that is not the case, right? Bitcoin hasn't really been moving for the past few days and weeks. Same with altcoins, right? So I get it, guys. Okay, it is exhausting. I must say as well, right? This cycle, it just feels different, right? It really, really does, guys. Like I said, I would have thought the crypto market by now would have been skyrocketing. Okay, remember, we are in fact in Q4 during a bull cycle, right? A bull market. Usually Q4, okay, during a bull market is the most bullish time because we are in fact in the most bullish months, okay, for Bitcoin and crypto, especially Bitcoin, right? October and November are some, amazing months for Bitcoin. As we all know, December, right, is pretty decent, but understand October and November are some great times. But clearly, this month alone for October has not been the case, guys. Okay, a lot of us call it October. Man, it's been more like Dumptober. Okay, I get it. It is exhausting. But you guys need to understand times like this is the best time to continue to hold your positions, okay, especially Bitcoin, and continue to load up, right? Accumulate more when others, okay, are not paying attention, others are slowly, losing faith in Bitcoin and crypto, right? When it's quiet, this is the best time to pay the most attention, okay, to continue to hold your positions, to not sell, right? And to, of course, buy more if you can, okay? This is the best time to do all of that. And I told you guys many times throughout my videos, I do believe Bitcoin will continue to go much, much higher. I do believe altcoins will skyrocket as well, guys, okay? And usually, this does happen towards the end of every bull cycle. We see altcoins skyrocketing like crazy, right? It happens pretty quick as well, but it does move like crazy. It does go parabolic. It's the same with, Bitcoin. Okay, so let's talk about it, guys, right? So looking at the Bitcoin price, of course, it is not moving. I'm still currently holding at $108,000. Now, yesterday we did actually see Bitcoin rising back up to 114, but it did in fact drop back down to the downside. It dropped back down to like 106, okay, or 107, somewhere in there. Now today it's slightly going back up, but pretty much consolidating right there, guys. Okay, so yeah, we're not seeing huge moves happening right now for Bitcoin. Altcoins today are not really moving as well. For the past 24 hours, actually, a fair few alts are actually in the reds, right? You guys can clearly see that. So yeah, the crypto market, guys, man, I know it is exhausting. It is very, very exhausting. Like I said at the beginning, I would have thought Bitcoin would have been much, much higher by now, at least at a new record high. Same with Ethereum. Like, what is happening, guys, right, with altcoins? Okay, like altcoin season, where is that? Okay, so like I said, guys, don't lose faith now. Okay, I know it is really, really exhausting, like I said, but understand, I do believe Bitcoin will continue to rise to new all-time highs, and altcoins will move. Okay, like I said, usually altcoins do move, um, you know, like crazy. It does move like crazy towards the end of a bull market, and I do believe that's going to be happening. So I really do believe in the next upcoming like few weeks, we're gonna see alts skyrocketing, and I do believe Bitcoin will continue to go much, much higher as well, as I've been telling you guys for the past few of my videos for the past few days, right? So don't lose faith, guys, okay, especially in Bitcoin. Don't lose faith in Bitcoin, guys. So yeah, Bitcoin monthly returns so far for this month in October is now down 6%. Yesterday we were down 4%, but today it's back down at 6%. Okay, so nothing too crazy. Okay, I mean down 6% for this overall for this month. Okay, of October, nothing too crazy. We still have another fair few more days into this month. Do I think October will flip in the greens? Maybe. Honestly, I'm 50-50 at this point, right? Like it was looking super good for Bitcoin at the beginning of this month in October. Like we were in the greens. Okay, and at one point it was up like 8 to even 10%. Okay, now that has obviously changed because, as we know, guys, a couple of weeks ago, we saw the biggest liquidation day happening for crypto. and Bitcoin dropped and altcoins dropped like crazy. We saw a lot of alts dropping like over 50%, okay, like some 80%, even 90%. It was crazy, right? And I felt like that drop shouldn't have happened, okay, during the most bullish month, okay, which is October, right? But it did happen, okay? But as we know, guys, the markets are manipulated, okay? Understand that, right? But yeah, looking at this, guys, getting into the news now. Tesla, okay, has reveals none of their over 1.3 billion dollars Bitcoin was sold in Q3 of 2025. So that's amazing. Okay, it seems like Tesla, they're still hodling the Bitcoins. They're still holding the Bitcoins, guys. Okay, so that is absolutely amazing to see. I mean, we know, guys, like, hey, Elon Musk, right? He is bullish on Bitcoin. Okay, I don't know if he's still bullish on Dogecoin. I think he is, right? He doesn't really talk about Doge anymore. But every now and then, right, he does talk about Bitcoin every now and then. Okay, not too often, okay, but he does sometimes mention things about Bitcoin on X, okay, as we all know. So it's great to see, okay, that they are still holding some Bitcoin, okay, and they haven't sold it yet. So that's nice to see. Now, looking at this, guys, okay, BlackRock has received over $204 million in Bitcoin and over $43 million in Ethereum from Coinbase today. It seems like BlackRock is buying the dip. So that's amazing. Okay, they're not only just buying Bitcoin, they're also buying some Ethereum as well. Millions of dollars worth of it. Okay, so absolutely amazing to see. Okay, I mean, we know BlackRock have been accumulating a lot of Bitcoin recently. Same with Ethereum, but you know, they've been buying more Bitcoin. Okay, and they are taking this as an opportunity to buy the dip. Okay, they're not losing faith, guys. Okay, so smart money is flowing into Bitcoin. Okay, understand, guys. Since smart money is flowing in, they understand where Bitcoin is heading next. So, as retail investors like you and I, this is the best time to load up. Like I said, guys, okay, don't lose faith in crypto, especially Bitcoin. Don't lose, please, guys, listen, don't lose faith in Bitcoin right now. Remember, we are in it for long term. Personally, I'm in it for long term, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I know majority of us that are orange pilled, okay, understand where Bitcoin is truly heading long term. We're not in it to make a quick buck. We are truly in it for the long run. We know Bitcoin has stored value. It is a hedge against inflation. I get it, right? Short term is volatile, but long term, Bitcoin is always shooting higher. Okay, Bitcoin is truly designed to continue to go higher, especially long term. Okay, so it says here, could this be the most disappointing cycle in history? Okay, and I must say, it is pretty disappointing, right? Because like I said, I would have thought Bitcoin by now would have been at like 140. I would have thought altcoins, something like, Ethereum, at least 5K or even 6K at least. But clearly that is not the case right now, guys. Okay, Bitcoin, right, has obviously been moving. It's been reaching new highs, right? But I would have thought Bitcoin would have been much, much higher by now. Okay, same with altcoins. Okay, if you guys look at previous cycles, man, Bitcoin has pumped so much. It has moved, like back in 2021, especially in 2017, especially with alts, right? But I feel like with altcoins, it's kind of a different story because you guys need to understand how many alts are there? There is over 25 million, almost 26 million different altcoins out there right now in the market. It wasn't like this the last bull cycles, right? In 2021, I remember there was like only a couple of thousands of altcoins. There was like over 30 or like 40,000 altcoins. But today, guys, in 2025, there was over 25 million, almost 26 million different altcoins. Okay. So I think that's why, guys, we are in fact seeing a delay happening for altcoins. Okay, just my personal opinion, right? But yeah, I must say it is pretty disappointing. It is exhausting. I'm not gonna just sit here and tell you guys it's not exhausting. It is exhausting. Okay, it really, really is. Like, I want Ethereum to reach 5K right now. Because as I told you guys, right, I still have a bag of Ethereum and I'm planning on taking my profits with Ethereum, right? I'm not going to round trip it again. I still think Ethereum is a great long-term investment, but I'm going to, take my profits with Ethereum and then reinvest it back into, Bitcoin and of course Casper, as I told you guys many times, right? So that is that. I'm still patiently waiting. I do believe, like I said earlier, right, altcoins will move eventually. Usually it does happen towards the end of every bull cycle, and it moves like crazy. It moves quick, right? Same with Bitcoin. Okay, so guys, don't lose faith just yet. A big move is coming. I truly do believe in that, right? A big move is coming. Now, Robert Kiyosaki says here, why I am buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin is first truly scarce money, only 21 million ever to be mined. World closed 20 million now. Buying will accelerate. FOMO real. Please do not be late. Take care. And this is facts. Okay, this is truly facts, guys. There's ever only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. Bitcoin is truly the most scarce asset out there. There is just clearly not enough for everyone to own. Okay, even just one full Bitcoin, guys. Okay, so understand, I've been telling guys ever since I started my channel back early 2022, I've been telling guys, I've been literally begging you guys to accumulate at least one full Bitcoin, because one full Bitcoin, okay, will put you in the top 0.26% of the world. Okay, so owning one Bitcoin places you in the top 0.26% of the world. That's how rare it is to own a full Bitcoin. Okay, like today, guys, it's sort of rare seeing someone owning a full Bitcoin. It's sort of rare, but understand, down in the future, I'm talking, whether that's 8 years from now, 10 years from now, or over 10 years from now, right, over a decade, seeing someone owning a full Bitcoin will be extremely rare, because by that time, in the next 8-10 years and beyond, I think Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million and beyond. I truly do believe in that, guys, and that's why I want you guys to accumulate at least one full Bitcoin, because if you guys want to simply become wealthy in the future, if you guys want to become millionaires, okay, you guys want to have some type of freedom in life, I really do believe this one Bitcoin will get you that. Okay, and that's not financial advice, guys. Okay, always do your own research, but you guys need to understand, Bitcoin is not going to stop at 1 million. It's going to be going to 3 million, 5 million, 8 million, 10 million, and beyond. That is happening for Bitcoin. Okay, eventually, of course, guys, I am talking long term, right? So get to a full Bitcoin, guys, if you guys haven't already. Even just owning 10% of a Bitcoin, which is 0.1 Bitcoin, is a big deal. Okay, it is a big deal. Can you become a millionaire owning 0.1 Bitcoin? Personally, I do. I've been telling guys many times, right? Owning 0.1 Bitcoin, I truly do believe, can get you to become a Bitcoin millionaire. For example, right? Do the math. Bitcoin, I do believe one day, long term, okay, someday down in the future, it's going to be reaching at least $10 million per coin, 10 million and beyond. It's going to be happening, whether you guys like it or not, whether you guys believe it or not, it's going to be happening either way. Okay, so when Bitcoin does reach $10 million per coin and higher, that 0.1 Bitcoin will be worth over $1 million, which makes you a millionaire, a Bitcoin millionaire. Okay, so guys, start small. Get to 1% of a Bitcoin, 0.01, and then 10% of a Bitcoin, right? 0.1 Bitcoin, and then 0.5 Bitcoin, half of a Bitcoin, and then eventually you will get to a full Bitcoin. Okay. So always DCA, guys, treat Bitcoin like it's a savings account, right? But yes, like I said, okay, this is going to be happening for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be going to $1 million. Understand that, guys. This is why I want you guys to own a full coin, even just 10% of a Bitcoin. That's a big deal as well, but try your best to get to a full coin, because that will really change everything for you. Everything. Okay. So of course, guys, not financial advice, like I said. Okay, always do your own research. Okay, this is personally my opinion, right? I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me. Okay, especially the Bitcoin holders, right? Bitcoin is going to $1 million. We know it's going to be going to $1 million. Why wouldn't you invest and put some money into Bitcoin? We know this asset's going to be hitting $1 million, guys. Okay, low supply, high demand. The price is always rising for Bitcoin. Okay, and we have seen that for the past, over 15 years, for the past 15 years, right? Over 15 years, Bitcoin has just been continuing to rise. So get some Bitcoin, guys. If you guys haven't already, get to at least one Bitcoin. Okay, so that is that. But remember, like I said, everyone that is on the sidelines right now for Bitcoin, but they're not buying any Bitcoin at $180,000, which is where Bitcoin is right now, right? They're not paying attention right now for Bitcoin. They couldn't care less about Bitcoin. Everyone that is simply on the sidelines right now for Bitcoin, they're going to FOMO in. This has always happened, guys. I've been through some cycles, right? many times. Okay, this is my second cycle now, right? And I've seen a lot of FOMO happening. Okay, I know like people come up to me in my personal life, right? People that I know that are not in Bitcoin or crypto. Okay, they're mainly elder people, right? And I remember this one lady came up to me. And I already made a video talking about this, I believe, a couple months back. But yeah, a lady came up to me and asked me about how do I buy Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? And I know this lady was not, okay, a Bitcoiner. She was not orange pilled. Okay, and this was when Bitcoin was skyrocketing, guys. So FOMO was kicking in for her. Okay, and this is going to be happening. Like I said, right? Everyone that is on the sidelines right now for Bitcoin, even at 100K and beyond, they're gonna FOMO in when it's at a million. They're gonna FOMO in even below a million, right? When it's at 800K, 500K, they're gonna FOMO in. Okay, and I know some people that are not Bitcoiners, they're not orange pilled. And I do believe eventually, if they're not buying now, if they're not paying attention right now for Bitcoin, they're going to FOMO in later on in the future. Okay. So it's going to be happening, guys. And you don't want to be that type of person. Okay. This is the best time to study Bitcoin, study what Bitcoin is, the technology behind it, where it's heading. Okay. Why you need to own Bitcoin. Okay. Because it really is very important to own Bitcoin, guys. Why it's important to own Bitcoin. Okay, and the main reason, guys, I want to own Bitcoin is because it's decentralized. That's what I like about Bitcoin. It's literally your own money. Okay, so that means there is no banks behind it, right, controlling it or anything like that. It's literally just your own money. Okay, there's no government behind it. Okay, there's no middleman. It's literally just your own money, which I love. Okay, and of course, what I like about Bitcoin is I know it's designed to go up forever. Okay, it's always appreciating, and you would realize your purchasing power once you own Bitcoin goes much higher. You would realize everything around you, once you own Bitcoin, you will realize everything around you becomes much cheaper because your purchasing power goes much higher, right? And that's why I truly do believe Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. Okay, we know, guys, you should not hold dollars. That is always depreciating, right? It's going down because of inflation, right? They're printing more. Okay, for Bitcoin, you can't print more, right? So just think about that, guys. You guys need to hold this asset. Okay, right now it's just above 100K. It's at $108,000. Are you guys buying or not? I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are still holding your positions, not losing faith for Bitcoin. That is the worst thing to do right now. So guys, please don't lose faith in Bitcoin now. Don't. Okay. Don't lose faith. Continue to hold. Continue to buy if you can. Right? Just simply DCA. Okay, DCA and buy when you can. That is the best thing to do, guys. And of course, that is not financial advice. So that being said, guys, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. That is always much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.